You're just a careless accident. Those were the only words my father said to me that morning. No shouting. No heat. Just a flat, quiet statement from the man who had raised me for 26 years. I'm Sydney, and until that second I believed the cruelest thing my family could do was pretend I didn't exist. I was wrong. Hours earlier, my mother had torn my medical file to pieces in the middle of the hospital lobby, screaming, "You're killing your sister." Strangers stopped. Nurses went still. I stood there saying nothing, watching the pages drift across the floor like ash from a fire I never started. They called it love. They called it family duty. It was neither. It was ownership. And the secret they never wanted me to discover, that my entire life had been a carefully hidden contract, was about to come out. I wasn't their daughter. I was their backup plan. What they didn't expect the day they tried to shatter me in public was that I was already done bending. They assumed guilt would keep me in line forever. They forgot I don't break for anyone, not strangers, not blood, and especially not people who only let me live so they could harvest me later. Have you ever discovered your whole existence was someone else's contingency plan? Tell me below, because what I did next rewrote everything. The shredded sheets of my files stuck to the polished floor like sad confetti from a party I was never meant to attend. My mother loomed above me, breathing hard, eyes wild with fury that could melt metal. Do you think you can just stand there playing the wounded martyr? She hissed, words slicing through the stunned silence. Your sister is dying, Sydney, dying, and you're refusing to lift a finger. The words weren't fresh. They'd been sharpened for years, perfected into blades she could wield without effort. Behind the glass wall of room 311, Vera lay propped against white pillows. Pale, fragile, but still wearing that familiar half-smirk. Chemo had taken her hair, never her entitlement. Her gaze locked on mine, and for one heartbeat I searched for something soft, something human. All I got was the same old message. I'm the sun, you're the satellite. I crouched, gathering a few torn pages, not out of shame, but because they were evidence. Something real that couldn't be rewritten like every childhood story they fed me. I didn't raise you to be this heartless, this selfish, Mom whispered, as if lowering her voice turned poison into medicine. We gave you a life. I looked up and met her stare. You gave me the life you thought I owed you interest on. She faltered. For the first time, her rage had nowhere to land. Then the scream came again, louder, designed for an audience. You're letting your sister die. It bounced off every wall. A nurse by the coffee machine froze. A security guard turned. Shame crawled over my skin like insects. I didn't flinch, didn't cry, didn't give her the reaction she was directing, because this wasn't grief. This was performance, and I was done auditioning. Through the glass, Vera tilted her head, the corner of her mouth lifting. Victory, ownership. The script was ancient. Vera triumphs. Sydney surrenders. Not today. I walked out of that lobby with 100 eyes burning into my back. Not one person spoke up. Not one voice cut through the show. That's the thing about public executions of the soul. They don't just humiliate you, they isolate you. And isolation was my family's native tongue. By the time I reached the far corridor, the clock above the elevator read 10:42 a.m. I remember because I thought, this is the exact minute my life fractures, not when they scream. When I stop reacting, we can't tell the full story in a short video. If you want to see the full story, click the link in the